LEAPS has been a resource for teachers for many years, helping teachers teach their students the behavioral expectations, social and emotional development, and many of the skills necessary to make it in today's world. But you know, teachers aren't the only ones working with our kids. What about parents? Sometimes a parent will feel isolated with the decisions they have to make. Well, rest assured, there's lots of parents out there, and in fact, in 2012, there were 76.1 million kids still living at home under the age of 17. That's why it is so important that at LEAPS, we're now bringing you LEAPS for Parents. So come get involved, take this survey, and look at these materials and understand how we can affect change. Understand how parents need to be able to talk to their kids, whether the youngest of kids, mid-level learners, or teens, that you need guides for communication to help change behaviors in the home, at class, everywhere where your kids are, as a parent to be able to set realistic expectations and to be able to talk to your kids' teachers. And sometimes just the basic parenting tips that there are no real books for, just to learn what to do to set up discipline plans. And then finally being up to the date on issues, understanding what's affecting your kids today. It can be tough to be a parent. It can be tough in today's world to be a kid. That's why we're going to give you opportunities to talk to your kids and work with them and teach them within 3 strategic areas. The first, family engagement. This means literally being able to sit down and talk with your kids, opening lines of communications. That begins to create learning relationships. Your kids are learning from you every day, helping you understand how to foment those relationships, give them the opportunity to learn appropriately, and then setting school expectations. And we're talking about real resources here for both our youngest of learners, mid-level, and older kids, learning specifically how to have a good attitude for little ones, learning how to manage time for our mid-level learners, learning how to make appropriate decisions for our older kids. You'll have access to the lesson plans that teachers use for the younger ones, for our mid-level learners, and then again for our older kids. But by having access to those lessons, it gives you a framework that the teachers are working with. But let's talk about home. At home, you need a guide that you can talk to your kids about these same things. You need the facts to understand how it's affecting your kids. You need the purpose of why it's necessary to discuss these things. An engagement plan, in other words, how you're going to talk with your kids, and then points on how to have that conversation. That way, whether it's with our youngest learners all the way up to our older kids, you have the opportunity to set up situations at home that they can make choices and try these skills. And then you can begin to agree on what's going to occur and what's not. And that gives you a great opportunity to open those lines of communication and be the parent that you want to be. But let's not stop there. Let's make sure we're giving you videos and webinars that will help you talk to your child, talk to your preteen or teen, understand what behaviors truly means, as well as what discipline means, and have a plan for talking to your teacher. And let's go a step further. Let's make sure to realize that the world is ever changing, so on a monthly basis, let's talk about issues that affect your kids. And that's not just at school, it's at home. Let's talk about social development and monthly themes and videos, topical guides, contents for parents to share, activities of the week, behavior tips of the week, things that parents can look at and learn and understand. LEAPS is developing all of these tools for parents. We want your input. We want to help create a free resource for you that can make a dynamic change in the way that you parent your kids. Everything we talked about at this point will be made available to you for free. Give us your input so we can understand what you think and where you see those purposes lying. And then understand that the day will soon come that not only we have these free resources, but the full array of everything LEAPS has to offer for our parents, up to 244 lesson plans, parenting videos, training sessions, etc. Why do we do all this? Because it's an ever-changing world. Every day a parent makes decisions that affect the lives of their kids. Let's make sure you are as equipped as possible to make the best decisions. That's what we're here for with LEAPS.